You're watching another episode of Shane Solomon Meets, brought to you by the Cornwall Channel. I'm your host, Shane Solomon, and today I'm meeting the beautiful Annie Winn. So Annie, welcome to our studios. Hope you're living the dream today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, lovely little intro there. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I've got to say, I'm loving the colours you're wearing today.
Oh, sunshine though, isn't it?
It's sunshine, but it just sums up your character. Very bright, bubbly, you know.
Thanks.
So how's life?
Busy, to be honest. I mean, we've been absolutely ramo with the shows, agricultural shows, for anybody who doesn't know what I do. So I work in agriculture.
Yes.
Really busy. I've actually just come back from a holiday, which is exactly what I needed, just a couple of weeks away. Quite simply doing nothing, to be honest. It was heaven. So, yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, it's been busy and then quiet and then straight back into it. So,
fantastic. So you work for the Addington Fund.
Yes.
I met you through Brian Fisher.
yes. Hello, big bad boy.
Yes. A few months ago at the Royal Cornwall Show, which was a great show. It was great to have it back.
Brilliant. Nice and busy.
It was. Have you been to the show before this year or not? Was that the
Oh,
first
yes,
time?
yes, yes. So I've been for the last couple of years, to be honest. So since I've been working with the Addington Fund, I'm always going to those big shows, the agri shows. Nice to be there, nice to represent, nice to meet new people.
Indeed.
So, yeah, but obviously it wasn't on the year before, was it? Because obviously the
That's right. Yeah.
pandemic. So it was
Yes.
lovely to have it back. Perfect. Brilliant.
Now, for me, I always like to find out what drives you. So you're the kind of marketing events guru at the Addington Fund. But how did you get into marketing and events in the first place?
Well, if I'm completely honest, I slightly winged the marketing and event side of things. So I haven't got any qualifications for marketing and events, but naturally as a person, I love organising things. I'm really good at organising parties. It's always me and my friends going, what are we doing this weekend? How are we going to do it? Although some of my friends do say that I'm a bit too plan orientated. So so in my personal life, I've had to try and relax a little bit. Which because otherwise I'm like, what time do we have to be there? Where are we going to go?
Yeah,
when
sure.
do we leave? I'll come and get you. Who's driving? So I have to back off a little bit, but it's just in my nature. So that's kind of how I got into this job was... I just saw it advertised, went for it. I did actually get asked, why should we give you the job over somebody who's got a marketing and events qualification? And
Good
my
question.
answer was, if you've just got it, you've just got it. And I think I've just got it. I like organising things. I like meeting new people. I like, buzzing around the country to go and do what I need to do. So, and here we are, nearly 4 years later, still at the Addington Fund.
Yeah, you must be doing something right, Annie.
Yeah, I must be doing something right, because there's definitely a few moments in my career where I've thought, I'm definitely going to get sacked. So no, I'm obviously doing something right.
Now, talking about doing something right, I've got to say, in the short time that I've known you, I saw your video that you made. Obviously, we make videos here at the Cornwall Channel, professional videos, but then you just knock out of the park the probably best marketing video I've seen for a long time. Talk me through that.
Thank you. Okay, so that was actually for Farmers Guardian campaign, which is their Farm 24 campaign, raising awareness for our farmers, who are amazing, by the way. And last year, I actually did a video, again off the cuff, of 24 reasons as to why our farmers are awesome. And I suppose it went down quite well. Everyone loved it. I got the Addington team involved, who, by the way, hate being in front of the camera. So when I say to them, listen, we're doing a video, they're like, oh, God, what do you want me to do now type thing. So then I had a lady called Vicky approach me again, probably about 6 months ago, and said, you're going to do another Addington video for Farm 24? I was like, yeah, fine. And then realised how busy I was when Farm 24 was coming up, and I thought, what can I do? And just came up with that idea of a recipe of how to make the perfect agricultural industry. And I really enjoy doing stuff like that anyway. So for me, it's not a chore, it's a pleasure to do it. So, I mean, the logistics behind it and getting it all together and doing it and making sure that it all goes together was a little bit rocky, but it worked out quite well, went down
Very
quite
well.
well, and here we are. So I'm glad you enjoyed it though.
I did,
Thanks.
and the voiceover was great. I thought, goodness me.
Oh, yeah.
If there was ever a chance to have you part-time for the production here, I thought, she's good, she's
Really?
brilliant. Yeah,
Thank you, bear that in mind.
So the Addington Fund, tell us a bit about the Addington Fund.
So the Addington Fund is one of the main farming help charities. We're quite niche in what we do, actually. I always say to people, we're a little bit like the estate agents of the farming world without being quite so corporate and business based. But we basically provide affordable housing for farmers in need, whether that be retirement homes or affordable homes. And we also provide disaster relief in times of natural disaster, like droughts, flooding, etc. We work closely alongside Forage Aid, who provide hay and feed, etc. And then we have farm worker grants and a young entrant scheme that we've just set up as well.
And how can people help? How can they start donating and getting involved with the charity?
To be honest, as you say, donating is probably the most important thing for us. Fundraising events, like we do our own fundraising events, but obviously being a small team, we can only do a certain amount before we're kind of at our max, really. So if anybody wants to help out or they want to do, I don't know, like a fundraising cream tea or a fundraising breakfast, that really helps for us. And even to be honest, I know it's as silly as some people think social media is, just liking and sharing our stuff, getting to that wider target audience, people who maybe wouldn't have really have heard of us before, and then they see something online and they like the work that we do. Just even simple things like that. If you can't donate, or we all know obviously like the bills going up this year and money is really tight for people to donate to charity. Yeah. I completely get it.
Just earn more.
Yeah. Maybe. If it's
an option there.
I suppose so. It is an option, but it depends on people's circumstances, doesn't it?
Quite.
If they can donate,
Yes.
If they want to donate, but if they don't want to, it's just raising that awareness for us, really, and just supporting us, backing us, what we do, and helping in that kind of way, really, too.
And farmers are awesome, of course.
Of course
I know
they
a
are.
few farmers myself, personal friends. You've got an event coming up soon.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So our main event now, it's going to be our last main big event for the Addington Fund in September, Thursday the 29th of September, and it's our Cornwall Farm Business Awards, which are basically an amazing evening with your friends, people either new friends or people you already know, networking, delicious 3-course meal with locally sourced produce, obviously from Cornwall only, essentially.
Okay.
And the presentation of the awards. So obviously giving our farmers a recognition they deserve, really, for keeping our country going and keeping the food on our plates, because without that we're doomed, aren't we?
Absolutely.
So, really looking forward to that, actually.
So is that single tickets people can buy? Is it corporate tables of 10? How does it work?
Yes, so both. So you can get individual tickets if you just want to come along with, your missus or whatever, or your best friend. And we also do tables of essentially 8, but they are full tables of 10, but we have a shortlister, a category shortlister in there plus one on your tables. So you're then meeting the potential winners, but you've still got 7 of your friends with you. We've got tickets available still that you can actually go online on the Addington Fund website, farmbusinessawards.org.uk, and you can buy your tickets on there.
Great. Your motivations, what motivates you?
Right, good question, this. So it's probably the fact that I naturally am a people pleaser. So that's my motivation. I want to make sure that everybody else is happy, that they've got what they want. And I can't stand people being sad or feeling lost. So in my situation, obviously working for a charity, we help people who are in those situations. And the fact that my networking or my events can help those people, or even reach somebody who can then help that person, not directly through us, that's my motivation.
I love that.
Yeah, just a people's person. And
you really are. And that's why we get on so well, because
Yeah.
I'm very much the same as you. And I always think if you can leave each person that you meet each day with the impression of increase, then...
And just a happy vibe. Do you ever get that? Like, I don't know what it is. I've always had it, I suppose, all my life, where you want to walk into a room and you want to make sure that everybody else is on that same level. And I just kind of walk in and I'm like, people, hi everybody, hi, talk to me. And it's a different feeling in your heart, isn't it? It's that feeling that you get, that you just want to make sure that everybody else is happy and, life's worth living. I
always believe that if you spend more time making sure other people are okay, you don't have to worry if you're okay yourself.
Completely, because you feel good for making those people feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you've made me feel good coming in today, so thank you very much to that.
Yeah, thank you. Right back at you. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my goodness, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you. Thank you so much for coming down. Is there anything else you want to mention whilst you're here that I've not prompted you about? I mean, we've talked about the event coming up.
Yeah, we talked about the event coming up. To be honest, it's just the thing I really do want to raise awareness for is the public perception that they have on farmers and farming. I think at the moment they're going through a real tough time of being badgered, you know, through veganism, through climate change. I've seen all these adverts on TV now at the moment, right? And it really does make me do that. It makes me kind of like face plant my palm of, oh, have these plant-based chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. First of all, they're not chicken, and then they're not really chicken nuggets, are they? And,
get me on this one.
And I find it extremely frustrating because it just always goes back, doesn't it? It always goes back to buying local, supporting local, having the correct education on what you eat, where it comes from. So let's talk about this plant-based diet, which, do you know what? Each to their own. I have absolutely zero judgment. If that's what you want to do,
sure,
and for your own reasons, so be
yes.
it. But if, for example, it is for a situation and a reason, or, you know, climate change because the world's changing. Okay, great. If that's your reason, fantastic. But let's think about the soil quality. Like the soil quality at the moment, you know, they're predicting that we've got, I mean, it may be even about, 60 to 59 years or harvests until the soil quality is not good enough to grow.
Is that
our
a thing?
plants. Yes, that's a thing.
No.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. And then you know what? In 40 to 50 years' time, when we're still going to be alive, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully nothing happens. Yeah. When we're still going to be alive, we are going to still be alive at that time, I'm telling you now. So, and, when it gets to then, and then they realise that actually everybody's gone plant-based, but the soil quality, it isn't good enough to continue growing what we need to grow to have a plant-based diet. They're going to want to have the cows back to fertilise the soil. But we've just got rid of them all because we've all had to go plant-based.
That's decided. I'm having steak tonight then.
Steak is life. I mean, to be honest, I have the capability of going vegetarian because I love fruit and veg anyway, whatever. But I would have to cheat because I can't not have steak in my life, yeah.
Just going back to those adverts though for a minute, I've started to see them on the TV, and it is absolutely
infuriating.
And you've got they've got the children in the commercial talking to the parents saying, "Why don't you want to eat these plant-based chicken nuggets? Are you afraid of change? Are you afraid of change?" I'm like,
yeah.
We have to end it here.
I know. I'm the exact same. I could go on about it all the time, but it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't actually really make any sense. If you're going to have an advert like that, please explain to me it's exactly why I should be eating something like that, and please give me the facts and figures. Because with British farming, we've got, as we saw in the Farm 24 video, 50% lower greenhouse gas emissions in our industry than we have essentially worldwide in any other farming industry. So then why actually is it now, British farming alone, that they're encouraging something like that? And we've got to take it to the bigger boys, haven't we? For example, Taylor Swift, sorry. I do like Taylor Swift. She's a great girl. But wasn't it reported that she had like the highest CO2 emissions in the celebrity world of catching pretty much a private jet to her local corner shop? You and I eating some plant-based chicken nuggets are not going to make a difference to that?
Well, I shouldn't say this really, but we had the G7 here in Cornwall summit. And of course, all the leaders come in on their big jets, of course.
Yeah.
But then they organised the red arrows for a display over the beach. Which is burning God knows how much fuel on those.
Yeah, but red arrows, though, we love them. It's a tradition over here in the UK.
But it's like, you just blown up like God knows how much emissions there.
I know. So this is the thing, it's just all so backwards, isn't it? And we're sitting there, and honestly, our farmers are getting absolutely battered by it at the moment. And I, as I said, each to their own. If you want to be vegetarian, if you want to be vegan, that's, fantastic. That's your choice. But let's not point it at the farmers who are still keeping you fed every single day. Let's get your facts right. Find out where your oats and your soya beans are coming from, or your avocados, FYI, that are being flown in from, Africa.
And bananas.
And bananas. The air miles on that is worse than your cow that's being brought up in the field up the road, and then sold in your local butchers. That's all I have to say on the matter without going on for another hour.
You have to join us for the next Annie and Shane show because we seem to have a lot to say.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And I'm worried we might be over the time limit to have this on LinkedIn. Hopefully we can get away with it. But anyway, it's an absolute pleasure to have you in this
Thank
studio,
you.
Annie. If you're not already connected with Annie, make sure you connect with this powerhouse of a woman. She's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
If you know of anyone doing anything remarkable here in Cornwall, please let me know. Send me an email, shane@cornwalljournal.co.uk. On behalf of myself and our wonderful producer, Jay, and Annie, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.